Good morning, folks. This is Bob Desmond over at the Contrarian Trader. It is Sunday, the 22nd of February, and welcome to Best Stock Picks. This is where we review the weekly charts of stocks that are on our watch list. Now, on the weekend, I prepared two separate videos for members. You need to be a member. The first is the Market Pulse Check. That has already been sent out to members. It's posted on the blog in the members area. And that is a review of the health of the overall market so we can go into the trading week aware of how the markets are set up, what sectors are poised to do well. And today, I will be going over all of these symbols plus our holdings on the Focus Stock Analysis video. And I will be using multi-period charts. Now, what does that mean? It means that on this video here, I'm strictly going over the weekly charts, and it's just to go over our high probability setups and our great candidates for trades in the coming week. However, before we pull the trigger, we need to drill down. We need to take a look at the daily charts and intraday charts to time our trades. And we need to go into greater detail on the weekly charts and discuss the oscillators. How are they setting up? So we have a 14-day free trial offer. We'd love to hear from you. And let's get to the charts. CRCMCare.com. We continue to consolidate. No breakout yet, but the chart is setting up strong. Last week we had a bullish reversal week. Volume, okay. Note the higher lows on the RSI. Very, very bullish. PMCSierra weekly chart. We had a breakout last week. Now, is it time to go jumping in on Monday morning? No. You need to time your trade. It's already extended on a daily chart. I'll be going over this one later. I'm very bullish on PMCSierra. We need to get in at the right price, though. We had a breakout last week on above average volume, looking good. And the semis are setting up to move higher, as is the Dow Jones, as is the NASDAQ. You can have opinions of whether or not they should be heading higher. It doesn't matter what my personal opinion is. All that matters is what the market is saying. Last week was a very bullish week. The markets want to head higher. That's all that matters. Mr. Market has spoken. PMCSierra, I think, heads higher, and we'll be looking for a good risk-reward entry point. CTIC, Cell Therapeutics, beautiful cup with handle formation, downward sloping handle. We are poised for a breakout. I would not buy this stock just yet, but fairly soon. Members will be discussing the oscillators in a little bit greater detail because we're seeing some interesting setups here. EYES, Second Sight Medical Products, EYES the symbol. This is a stock that only IPO'd back in December. In a consolidation, weekly chart is constructive. Note the consolidation in a pennant formation, putting in a higher low. Bottoming tail last week. Some may call it a wick. Some may call it a shadow. When you're using candlestick charting, I call it bottoming tails and topping tails. I like to keep it simple. So we're putting in a higher low. It looks poised to move higher, but not quite yet. You need to take a look at the daily and intraday chart. The weekly chart is a 60,000-foot view of the battlefield. And believe me, trading the markets is a battle. It is a war. You want to take a look at a 60,000-foot view, at times a 90,000-foot view using monthly charts. In this case here, we want to drill down to a 30,000-foot view, which is a daily chart, and then drill down even closer to the intraday charts so that we are completely in tune with how the stock is trading prior to getting involved, because we want our risk-reward entry point to be a rock-solid one. LIQT, Lick Technology. This is when we had a nice rally, a double-bottom setup off of 60 cents per share. We have since pulled back, flashed the bottoming tail. Now we're looking for a consolidation and a higher low. This is certainly not one that we will be jumping in on Monday morning, but definitely one that we will be watching. Plug Power, PLUG. Great consolidation, bullish reversal week last week. I think the stock probably heads higher. We'll be discussing this chart or the RSI with members on Focus Stock Analysis later today. Ultimate Oscillator looking strong, higher lows. Double bottom setup on these slow stochastics looking good. Plug Power, we like. Marathon Patent Group, MARA, triangle formation and a breakout last week. We're looking there for a confirmation on RSI. We don't have that yet. So the price looks good. Volume is not confirming a breakout. That's a concern. It's a red flag. So while we had a breakout above resistance, we didn't have confirming volume. We need to see institutional accumulation like you saw back here. So we'll watch the daily intraday chart, same old story, And if it doesn't do what we want it to do, we avoid it like the plague. There are plenty of other opportunities out there to make money. All right, CYBR. This sector is in fuego. For those who don't speak Spanish, it's on fire. Now, the game plan with CYBR remains unchanged. We booked profits on CYBR. We used a trailing stop loss order, and we were stopped out. And we are now at extreme overbought levels. Now, what I'm going to say now may get hackles on the back of people's necks up in anger. Don't get angry. I'm just looking at the markets and looking at what they're telling me. I am looking to short CYBR. I am looking to short using A, the common stock, or B, the put options, but not the front month options. We will look out into May and June to trade those options because the time value on a stock like this is going to get decimated on out-of-the-money put options if you're trading the front month. We need to go out further on the curve. So while we believe that we are going to get a pullback on CYBR, I am looking longer term to get long of CYBR. In essence, we are looking to short for a scalp, then to get long once again for the longer term. Now, getting long of the stock, I could do one of two things or both. Let's use a hypothetical. If we get our pullback, we book our profits on our short, we get long of, let's say we want to control 200 shares, we buy 100 shares of common stock, and then we sell one contract of, say, the June put options, and we bring in a premium. We will not buy them. We will write them. And for those who are not familiar with selling puts, you need to do a little bit of research. For those who are familiar, you know exactly what I mean. I'm looking for a discount on a high probability stock. This is a stock that is probably going a lot higher. I'm not going to be a bit surprised to see this stock be at 100 within the next year. So I like the sector for writing puts and bringing in a premium. The same thing goes for FEYE, same sector. This is another one where we just booked profits. We're looking to get back in, except we're not willing to pay the premium that the stock is demanding right now. So while I believe it's heading higher, I would simply rather write the 45 puts, bring in a premium. If I have the stock put to me at a discount, that's fine. I'll do that all day long. Cash flow. I love cash flow. Members, I will definitely be going over in greater detail CYBR, FEYE, Palo Alto Networks, those names on Focus Stock Analysis, and our strategies for either A, shorting, B, generating cash flow, or C, just simply buying the stock. That's the beauty of being an individual trader. We're very, very nimble. Raytheon, RTN the symbol, poised for a breakout. 110.85 is our resistance level. We're looking for a breakout. I will caveat my bullish call on Raytheon with the light volume last week. Ultimate oscillator hooking up. Members will be going over the oscillators and indicators on the Focus Stock Analysis video on the weekly chart. Last stock up is MTU, Mitsubishi Financial Group. Now, yields are heading higher, folks. Whether you like it or not, yields are heading higher, so we need to be long of financials. We already have a small cap financial. We already have a profit on that position. Now we're looking for a large cap. You can look at BAC, you can look at Citigroup. However, I want best of breed. And according to IBD, MTU, Mitsubishi Financial, right now is best of breed. It is certainly in terms of price action, and if you buy it on Monday, you're probably going to get slaughtered. What we will be discussing is not the fact that we have an obvious breakout. What we will be discussing is the best risk-to-reward entry point on MTU. We do expect a pullback, and we will not be jumping in on Monday morning getting long. We'll discuss a strategy for when we do get the pullback on MTU, and we'll look to get long. Obviously, we had a breakout above resistance on very strong volume. This is a sign of institutional accumulation. So, folks, on the weekly charts for the best stock picks, I mostly talk about price and volume action. I don't go into the oscillators and indicators much, and I certainly don't go into the daily and intraday charts. So, again, Focus Stock Analysis video coming out in greater detail later on today. Members, stay tuned. And, folks, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below. I'll get back to you. And if you're watching this on Stock Twitch or Twitter, please follow me and share with a friend. Everybody have a profitable trading week. I'll talk to you soon. Be well.